How's it going, everybody? Said I'd do a little video on equipment, kind of what I want to accomplish with that stuff. So you can see this morning I cut a little bit, but it was pretty wet and sloppy, so I kind of stopped. Plan is cut tomorrow morning again, but as you can see, most snow is melting. It's been a weird year. We had that 1 week of winter, a week and a half, but it's been warm and then snow, cold. Now we're back to melting temps all in the month of January. It's going to be a weird year. But, as you can see, I'm outside in a t-shirt, which is very weird. So I thought I'd do a little update on what I all need to get fixed this year. Where we're at equipment-wise. You know, if I'm hoping to acquire some things, what I'm hoping to get rid of. So, might as well start with the an air spreader. I brought this up from Iowa. I started working on it, and really the only issue, it worked flawlessly. The floor is okay. The only issue I had is it tends to jump. So this gear needs to be bumped over about to there. Because that's the problem is you'll get a wet slug and this will jump off, and that chain is running crooked. You can see it. It's really, one side bends quite a bit, the other side, so it is stretched as well, which might be an issue. But that, for the most part, is gonna work on it throughout the summer. I don't need it right away anyway. But otherwise, that's good to go. The 3-point postal logger, which I use flawlessly to set 90% of the posts here, worked great. Nothing I need to worry about it. I got extra teeth for it too, so the pasture drag, which I used to flatten a lot of this shit when the weeds were coming in and we had the dry spell, I flattened a lot of this and it took a lot of it down. So that'll be used to knock down patties, that type of thing after grazing. 3-point bale spear. I have that going forward, I hope. Not much I can say about that. The hay rack that I acquired as part of the deal that I got, this needs a new rack I just gotta probably replace a couple boards. For the most part, it's pretty solid. Just in the back there, it needs a little bit of work. Otherwise, great. Good boards on the bottom. Should be good. We're going to leave it as a flat rack. The kicker rack that I bought first thing when I moved to Iowa, great. Nothing wrong with it. This hay conveyor, probably going to be getting rid of that because it's just too big for what I need. Probably also, I have my name on another one too that's on wheels. That's a little bit shorter. So I'll be picking that up probably sometime in the near future. Nothing to worry about there. For the barn, the goal is this year, I know I've been saying it and I've been preaching it, but I am going to get this done. We're going to redo the walls just on the bottom and then get that door put in, new floor. We're going to also get wire hooked up because it is disconnected, but it is coming in somewhere. So almost positive that has wire to it or electric. That'd be great. On the steer lot, so we're not planning on putting in a machine shed right away because equipment can sit outside. But we're going to get a fence line feeding put in here, guardrail, and then a gate system and work facilities. But the biggest thing is obviously getting this enclosed. We're going to get a windbreak put on the north side, set about 10 foot tall, and then steel all the way around. On this side, that side, I don't know about over there. But with that, then we can have our working facilities coming in here. This year I'm not going to divide the lots. This will be the steer lot. That'll be the cow lot. And the steers are not going to get a shed. Basically, a shed to me is just, yeah, it's okay, but cattle can survive outside. As much as a lot of guys out west don't have sheds at all. So All the fencing is 90% done. I'm kind of still, as you guys saw, working on the north side. The cattle trailer should be good. Nothing really to say about that. It has stuff in it, hauled stuff up here. So far, it's good. The gravity box. I moved this from over there because the plan is we're going to use this shed as a feed storage room / vet / hay bale storage for now. And then we're going to put a T, or not a T, we're going to put a kind of a lean-to, open-sided, just as grain storage, because this will, I could take it into town, or I could just have them come out, deliver it, fill it up, but we're going to at least get a roof over this. It'll work great. Being right here, I can feed. So we will get posts set here as well as over there. Otherwise, nothing else to fix on that. Tires, hold air. Yeah, not much else. For this hay rack, the plan is it needs some work. This is kind of going to be, I'm debating on making it a flat rack because you can see it does stick out clear back there. I don't know if I want to make it a flat rack or what, but for now, we're going to leave it as is. Has good tires, good gear. It's a John Deere running gear. Yeah, I did a video on this, so kind of afterthought. The sprayer, that is going to be probably put to use in the future. Not this year, I don't think so, but that's going to need a pump. That's going to probably need a little bit of work. But for the most part, fairly simple stuff. Where I work at, we have a lot of stuff. We pretty much have all the stuff I would need to fix it. So, and then the Oliver 1600, I had done a video on that. I got the battery box fixed. Battery's dead on it. Want to start today. About a month ago, I started it, moved it, parked it again. That needs tires, as we discussed, 3 ribs. The 3-point on the back, which, looking into it, it actually has a weird 3-point system where somehow there's an arm that comes off. Not exactly sure, but it comes off here. It's square tubing, and then it's got a 3-point on top of that. This will not be a 3-point piece of equipment. It does have the 2-point arms and a drawbar. Great for pulling everything I need. So, otherwise, that should be good to go. So now on to the hay rakes. I'm acquiring another hay rake. And I was debating on selling this one, and I'm actually looking after the other one. I think I'm going to end up keeping this. I'll discuss why, but this one, I rebuilt the wheel bearing / it's a common issue on these, so that's replaced. These are all straight. It's got pretty much all the teeth, just needs a new tire over there, so it should be good. You can see it is bent a little bit. Just a little bit of cosmetic work it needs, but for the most part, tire, and that's field ready. The New Holland 310 square baler. Everyone's seen this. Really, it's ready to go as far as I know. It has to be ran, and we'll see, once we get it going again, what issues arise, but that's good to go for the most part. Pulled it up here, didn't have any issues. Now on to the John Deere Van Brunt grain drill, which I posted a video on no tilling with that. As you can see, for the most part, I think it turned out successful. Yes, there is problems with soil. We did have a drought, yada, yada. But for putting seed in the ground, it worked perfectly. That shouldn't be needed this year. Maybe if I want to put some alfalfa in spots where, I didn't come up, like over in this area over here, I really didn't plant much. I may end up putting some alfalfa in there. I just had a little bit to run out, and I made a couple passes. But that's good to go. Had a new tire. Farm truck, 3/4 ton Chevy, 6.0 gas. nothing bad I can say about this. Been a great truck, starts every time. Sat for a while, but other than just sitting and having issues, it doesn't have any noticeable issues. So, next we will move up to the John Deere 1209 hay rake, or hay mower. We will get to that next. But this I pulled up from Iowa. Has a new tire on the one side, worked great. Last time I used it, it has a new sickle section, so it should be field ready. And this one does have the no claw guards, so should be a great machine for the next, I don't know how far. I do want to get a cylinder for here instead of having that pull tight, because that does get to be a pain in the ass. Unhooking, block the wheel, whatever. So I do plan on getting a cylinder for that. I don't know why. Someone must have taken off, sold it, whatever. I know how green guys are over green stuff, so. And lastly, we will get to this. I think it's an International hay rake. As I said, I was debating on keeping this, but I've been looking at it lately, and I think this is going to end up getting sold. To me, there's a lot of things now after watching videos on it and seeing, how it raises, how it lowers. I'm not a fan. So this is your raise and lower mechanism. This is supposed to stay still. Well, it's this sat, as you can see in the weeds. And this is basically seized up. So where this sits is where the bar sits. Being I have possible custom work, it's going to have to go down the road. Probably don't want to deal with this. And number two, it's an International 15 or 16 hay rake. Parts are so-so. The John Deere parts are easy to get. Needs 15 to 20 teeth. And as I said, this is loose. Tire, it works okay, but, I'd be better off selling this, keeping the John Deere and knowing that I have a good rake instead of going, okay, what's going to break next? So, overall, it's not a bad design, just parts-wise. The amount of money I'm going to invest in this. If anyone remembers, the GA case, I bought that cheap. Plan was to keep that. I had a lot of issues, and it was always, every year were new things coming up for as simple as a hay rake. So probably sell this. I'm considering the idea. I'm not gonna decide on this year, but probably in the near future getting a wheel rake of some sort. Not sure what. Obviously they are not cheap. So whether it's a one-sided, new idea. I think AGCO made them. There's a couple brands, but they're just a one-sided 5-wheel wheel rake. Looking at maybe one of those, but nothing's in the books. Unless you see it show up, not gonna go on. So yeah, thought I'd just show kind of where we're gonna be this year, as in upgrades, things that need fixing. So if anyone's got any questions down below, or maybe things that would really benefit me, things I'd like, a wheel rake, some sort of round baler, or something to, as much as I'd like to hire it out, when we're going to have a hay field that has a fence around it, and then getting to this field, which this will be the outwintering field, and I'm tossing around some ideas about how we're going to handle that. A round baler is definitely going to be needed. I don't want to have to call a guy to come bale up 3 acres or 4 acres or whatever. So a round baler will save me a lot of money. So on that note, I think I covered everything. Yeah, just ask for a like, comment, subscribe, and as you see, things are melting, so we might be going sooner than later.